this world and everything that we see and all that we eat and drink and all that we experience through the five senses and all our relationships and everything that's happening in this world, that's all the surface. There is something that happens when you come together, when you bring together like-mindedness, when you bring together hearts and minds and souls, a collective consciousness that deeply wants to transcend the mental suffering that we find ourselves in so much of the time. When you're sitting here now and you're spending time and you're investing in yourself and you're investing in your growth and development and your personal evolution, what is it that you're looking to gain from here? You don't have to know what the final outcome is, because ultimately no outcomes are yours and all outcomes are good. I was thinking about, what called us all here at all these different times. For some people, I could say good evening, and for others, it's early morning, and for some of you, it's about to be good afternoon. So wherever we are and whenever we are, we're coming together and called by something, pulled to the space by a nudge, and everybody shows up to a program like this, a call like this, a video like this, because something inside nudges you in that direction. And sometimes it's loud and sometimes it's subtle, but whatever it is, something pulls us towards ruchnius, towards spirituality, towards a deeper vision of how to go through life and trying to unlock some of the secrets that we hold within and that we're all holding within. And the thing is, the thing that calls us here, that's not just why we're here on a practical level, that's what we're coming to explore. We're coming to explore and to entertain the notion that this world and everything that we see and all that we eat and drink and all that we experience through the five senses and all our relationships and everything that's happening in this world, that's all the surface. And that's all the stage. That's where things are happening. It's not why things are happening. There's a story from one of the great Hasidic Rebbes, the Chozeh Lublin, and I love this story because it speaks to a purity of a young individual. So he's 5 years old, and he keeps leaving his house to go spend time in the forest. You imagine they have a house that is kind of like on the edge of the city, and he goes out and he leaves the village and he walks into the forest, and that's where he sits and goes into prayer and meditation and devotion. And then he comes back, and the same thing the next day, and on for a while. He has this practice, and he's a little kid. I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old at home, so like that age, the idea of my child going out to the forest in the middle of the middle of the day doesn't resonate. But okay, so this young soon-to-be great Hasidic master, this great Rebbe, the mother thinks it's fine, and so he's going out and he's spending time in the forest every day. And at some point, his mother pulls him aside and says, why are you going out to the forest every day? He says, well, I'm going out to connect with Hashem. I'm going to connect with God. I'm going to go talk to God. And she says, don't you know that God's the same everywhere? And he says, yeah, Mommy, I know, but I'm not. That vision of, but I'm not, right? Meaning there are certain places we go, certain times we enter in, certain allowances that take place when we go to that place. My hope and my vision and my prayer for all of us is that we enter a place like this. We go to a time of the day that's shut off from all the regular distractions, the things that are normally pulling at us. And whether this is live for you right now and we're sitting together and sharing this energetic presence, or whether you're watching this later, you're taking time from all of the regular distraction to tune in. And this is our forest. And if you can find a forest, that's great. But that's what we're doing. We're creating a space where, yeah, of course, God is the same everywhere all the time. and the goodness is there. And we're going to try to tune into that. But there is something that happens when you come together, when you bring together like-mindedness, when you bring together hearts and minds and souls, a collective consciousness that deeply wants to transcend the mental suffering that we find ourselves in so much of the time. And so, yeah, there are going to be different reasons why we're all showing up. And we're going to be coming from different places and different backgrounds and different thought forms and ideas that we are bringing with us into this place. But coming here, this is a time to take a deep breath and just relax and settle in and really be in this moment, be in this place, and be in this space, because that's what awakening is really about. And we carve out moments to lean into that place so that we can remember more and more as we go into life. There's a great piece of Torah from Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, where he says the reason why we separate ourselves from our regular life and we either meditate or we pray or we immerse ourselves in spiritual ideas is because we're trying to go to this place above. We want to touch this higher reality called Ayin. Ayin means negated, no thingness, right? Not non-attachment to this world, and to go back and return to that source consciousness. But we don't stay there. We're then supposed to take that with us back into our life, and that's what informs everything we do going forward, our thoughts and the conversations we're going to have and our behaviors. And it's the dance. It's the stance of going up and coming out and going in and back and forward. That's the dance of the reality, and we're trying to close the gap between deep ideas and clarity and the practical world that we find ourselves in all the time. So I'd like to suggest to take a moment and really consider, what's your intention for being here? Like, if you were to think, what do I want to get out of this time? And I know it's a funny thing because maybe I'm here with an agenda, but the truth is I only have one agenda, and that's to help be a part of our collective return to joy, return to love, return to God, return to soul. It's all the same to me, as some of you might know. But that's all I want for all of us. But I'd like for you to think about when you're sitting here now, and you're spending time, and you're investing in yourself, and you're investing in your growth and development and your personal evolution, what is it that you're looking to gain from here? Maybe I'll give you a moment now just to consider that. And even if it's not fully fleshed out, you probably have a general sense of what it is you're looking to gain from this time. And the reason why I ask is because intention has power. Intention itself functions as a form of prayer. And in this world, you find what you're looking for. Now, we might not find it in this 10-minute soliloquy or in this hour time that we have today or in the next class. Maybe it's going to be, 3 talks from now. Maybe it's not in this program, but this program is the brick in the road that gets you to what you're looking for. But that's the way that the world is set up. I find it to be amazing that we are now all sitting here in the 21st century in a world of the algorithm, where no matter where you go, there's something tracking what you're looking online, whether you're on Google or you're on some social media platform. Everything you type in, everything you're putting out there is kind of being watched and then sifted, and then you're being given and shown the interest that you've already put into the system. And that itself is actually the spiritual mechanics of reality. Like, everything that we're actually seeing in our lives is a reflection of what we're projecting outwards. So if you're looking for the good, well, guess what you're going to see more of in your life? You're going to see more good. And if you're looking for things to complain about, well, guess what'll show up in our life, right? More of that. So you are the algorithm in this world, or the hashgacha pratis, the divine providence, the way that God and the force of, spiritual understanding, the oneness of life, the way that it interacts with the play that we're all in, it starts based on what we're looking for. So having your intention set is important, and I give us all a blessing that no matter where we are and when we are, we find what we're looking for and find it sooner than later. The universe rewards small steps in the right direction. To me, what that means is everything we do is a prayer. Everything we do is an expression of our desire, an expression of our will in the world. And so you don't have to know where you're going. You don't have to know what the final outcome is, because ultimately no outcomes are yours and all outcomes are good. So, okay, I've said a lot of kind of spiritual, vague, big ideas, and I want to frame this just a little bit. I think in most of our talks together and in most of our time together, I do want to just dive in just like that and go right into the core ideas and the core content of what it is to live awake. In general, I feel like, okay, there's so much to say and there's so little time. So how are we going to say the most important, profound, life-changing, mind-bending ideas that can transform a person's life in the little bit of time that we have? But I'm excited because we're not limited. I mean, to some degree we are, but we're going to be here and we're coming back and we're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper and to continue to allow these ideas to wash over us. Rav Kook would say that when a person immerses themselves in Torah, spiritual ideas, and you're allowing yourself to hear, you're tuning into something higher. It's like we go out into the world and we get a little dusty, and when you allow yourself to come into the space, you're like you're cleaning yourself off and you're tuning into what you already know is true, right? I hope that for most of us, there's a recognition that we're trying to touch truth, not just the subjective truth of what I think is right today, a really deep, profound, fundamental reality. And truth is not learned. Truth is recognized. The soul knows when something's true. You can feel it. You're inside, you think that's it. Yes, yes. It's like everything inside of you screams, yes, yes. So we're looking for those moments of resonance. That's really what we're doing here. And throughout our time together, I'll be bringing in some ideas and hopefully creating even more video series along the way on the back end. If you haven't seen, there's an entire back end. Some of you had reached out today. There's a foundations video series. There's some orientation videos. There's PDF summaries of the books. There are some meditations over there. Please use all of them. Those will help prime the mind and the heart for everything that we're doing here. And I'm going to be adding to that section as well. I want to put a kind of a simplified version of the deep Kabbalistic and Hasidic ideas of the Spheros and the Neshamos and the Olamos and the Osios and what all those things mean. What are these big ideas? The world of the four elements, earth, wind, fire, water, and how that comes and is part of our, psycho-spiritual makeup. Where does astrology fit into all this? Where does psychology fit into all this? But more important than all those big systems and ideas is those are systems and blueprints for creation. I care about our day-to-day. I want you to know that you're going to find a lightness because we're all looking to feel lighter, to be lighter, to love more, to hold more peace, and to hold more space in our hearts and clarity in our minds. That's really what we're doing here.